Addiction medicine, saving lives.
In tonight's Addicted Illinois, it's a tragic story involving a teen who smoked heroin and it almost took her life. Some years have passed, but the struggles continue. Thanks to the support of family and friends, she's found a path forward.
To see Morgan Bertain on an exercise bike might not mean much to most of us at first glance. But to understand how monumental this is, we need to travel back to Mother's Day weekend 2013. That's Morgan on the right, just 17 years old at the time. She'd been in drug and alcohol treatment, but that weekend she met up with her cousin and ran into a friend.
From what I know, she found a girlfriend who had some heroin.
Ann Linenko is Morgan's maternal grandmother and has been her caretaker for years.
I think she got $20 worth. Not a whole lot, but she brought it back to the house. And she didn't inject it, she smoked it.
Morgan had wanted to try heroin one more time, but she inhaled a drug that came from a bad batch.
What the neurologist explained to us was that when you smoke it, a lot of times as it crosses the blood-brain barrier, it can cause you to have a heart attack. And that's what happened with Morgan.
It was 8 a.m. and Morgan wasn't breathing. The house was filled with bedlam. She was rushed to the hospital.
They said, you know, she's probably not going to make it. She was out too long. Her brain, they showed me the MRI and they said there's nothing left there in her brain. And I said, well, is there any hope at all? And they said, there's always some hope.
And the family clung to that hope through the days and weeks.
And then that afternoon, Hannah and I went in her room and we just noticed something different in Morgan's eyes. She was like almost trying to talk to us.
Morgan continued to show slight signs of improvement.
By Christmas, maybe by the end of November, she was back home.
But the road back home was just the start of what has been a rigorous journey for everyone. Once an active 17-year-old who loved track and field and dancing, Morgan is now confined to a chair with lifelong challenges ahead. She did graduate from Milwaukee High School and goes bowling and fishing and to the movies with family and friends. She does her best to talk. I asked her to describe what her grandmother means to her, the woman who has spent years providing comfort, even at the expense of her own.
She's your what?
Hero.
Hero? Oh, thank you, honey.
How do you feel about that? She says you are her hero.
Makes me feel pretty special. I don't deserve it sometimes. Sometimes, you know, you get crabby, you get frustrated. I want more for her.
This is a family that has had more than its fair share of drug abuse, starting with Grandma, her own 2 daughters, and of course Morgan. While all are recovering, the ripple effect is tragic.
Oh, it's devastating. It's so hard, but it's nothing to be ashamed of. You need to get help.
The family considers Morgan a miracle. The girl who wasn't supposed to make it has carved out a life, albeit not the one anyone envisioned. So what is the message here? For Morgan, it's pretty simple. If she could turn back the clock 11 years, drugs would not have been a part of her life. She musters up the strength to give you this advice.
What do you have to say to young people who want to try it and don't?
Don't miss a video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel today for more Central Illinois news.